Welcome back to Urban Fitness Friday Focus. Today's focus is going to be what's in your meal. So we've got a lot of requests coming in to keep going with our nutritional Friday focuses and give people more ideas in terms of how to stick to dietary plans or replace them for different foods when they're struggling with time and so on and so forth. The reason we came up with this one is we got a question in during the week as if I miss my meal in the evening time, like your classic meal that you would have in your meal plan, what can I do? What can I have in the press to have something similar to hit my targets for the day in terms of calories and macronutrients? And we just came up with a few different ideas and a few different options based off of that. So this is what you might count as your classic meal that somebody, say that was my size, may have in their dietary plan for the evening. So classic composition made up of like 150 grams of chicken, 200 grams of cooked rice, tablespoon of olive oil and 100 grams of broccoli, okay? So that classic combination there of an evening meal, or what people think an evening meal should look like, is gonna get you 590 calories, okay? Now, in the meals that we've come up with as alternatives for stuff that it's very easy to have in your press and make up alternative meals to stay on target for your calories and macronutrients, because remember that it's your calories and your macronutrients that are the most important thing in terms of compositional goals. Your micronutrients and the composition of food will come into play in terms of overall health and longevity long term, but if you're trying to stay on track for calories and macronutrients on that day, this will help you along. So each of these meals are going to be in and around the 600 calorie mark, and you're going to be in and around 40 grams of protein, 60 grams of carbohydrates and 20 grams of fats. So the composition of the meals is very, very similar, very minute changes between them. So the first option, say you get home, you haven't got the time to make this meal, you haven't got access to these foods, you can have any of these in the freezers and the press at home to make up the meals. First option is 1 scoop of protein powder, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, which is usually about 15 grams, 1 cup of mixed berries. I usually use frozen is best. And if you're thinking about what size cup, just think filling your hand with berries. And then 70 grams of oats. Put that into a bowl, put some water in, mix it all up. It makes like a healthy muesli, really, really tasty. You can make it within 2 or 3 minutes. You're gonna get the same composition in terms of macronutrients breakdown and the same calories as your classic meal. Option 2 then, mixed berries 1 cup. Peanut butter again, 15 grams, so a tablespoon. You can replace this peanut butter with like almond butter or any other nut butter that you prefer. Again, the changes there are gonna be minimal. Add a scoop of protein powder, and then you're just gonna take some of the oats away, put in 150 grams of Liberté fat-free yogurt, and then 30 grams of oats. Again, you can mix all that up in a bowl. It tastes really good. I've used all these meal replacements. They all taste really, really good. Again, it's gonna get you your same macronutrient breakdown and hit your target calories for that evening meal, even though it mightn't look anything like your classic meal. Then the last one, I have to give credit to my good friend Danny Lennon from Sigma Nutrition from this. If anybody hasn't looked up Danny's stuff, his podcast or any of his material, I highly recommend you do so. It's really, really good. But he gave me this combination and I went home and made it one night and it tasted unbelievable. So I recommend you go and try it. So it was 1 scoop of protein powder, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of butter, and then 300 grams of warm sweet potato. Put that into a big bowl, put a blender in, blend it all up. It's like warm sweet potato ice cream. It tastes unbelievable. As always guys, if you have any ideas for Friday focuses in the future or you want any questions asked, just shout and we'll get them done.